Hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm Renee, and this is Making Potions Blog 5. So I know I was pretty down last week. It was rough. It was rough, but I powered through it. Thanks for your support and kind comments. Uh, just one of those weeks, I guess. Obviously, there's always that little fear back there, like always self-doubt. But I'm doing a lot better. And the reason I'm doing a lot better, especially, is I technically have a game kind of right now. So there's monster, and it has HP, and there's your character, and the monster can kill you, and you can kill the monster, and you have to dodge, or it kills you really easily. So it's playable. It's kind of, I think it's fun, but we'll see. So, of course, per usual, taking you along how I got to that point. Oh, actually, first of all, I'm going to cover additional things I had to do. So making games is really cool, but it's not all just code and art assets and make stuff if you want to have an effect. So what I have done also is I worked on creating business cards. I commissioned a wonderful artist of my friend Rin, who is on Twitter as Rin the Yordle. And I got a beautiful piece of artwork from them. Actually, I will show you. Here we go. So this is the front side of my card, conveniently with my phone number removed from it. Sorry, guys. I love you. I love you, but I don't love you that much. Um, and then the back side of my card is with Stumbling Cat. And then the cool part about this is I'm getting this printed from like premiumcards.net. Where am I getting from? Yeah, premiumcards.net. And so they're gonna do a UV gloss layer. So I don't know if you can tell the difference here. That's a gloss layer. So that part's gonna be shiny. And so like the spot on the floor that the cat's slipping on are gonna be shiny, and its eyes are gonna be shiny. The stumbling cat's gonna be shiny. And then similarly, for the girl, I have her eyes shiny, and I have cats in the background. And I'm sorry, she looks sort of like a ghoul when her eyes are shiny like this. Oh my god, that's terrifying. It's gonna look really cute though, I'm sure. So there's that. Yes, yes, yes. Oop. Okay. I'll just close this. Don't save. Also on the businessy side, of things, I had to purchase my tickets to go to Indiecade because I determined that I'm going to go. There's a lot of awesome opportunities to meet other indie devs there and to see some of my friends. I already miss them. It hasn't been very long since PAX, and I'm already missing these kids. Um, had to deal with lots of things in regards to that. Printing those business cards was actually a pain in the butt because I was unaware of CMYK values and how they only want K values for gray stuff. And for all people who are confused, it just means that most grays have other colors and they just want a range of black. And the program that I made my cards in only does RGB. So that would what HSV or whatever that is. Anyway, got that problem solved. Had to deal with my TSA pre-check stuff. Had to plan logistics with friends. And since Stumbling Cat is actually a corporation, I need to work with my business partner to set up our company bank account. So transactions are more official, and so someone doesn't come say, well, clearly your finances are mixed up with Stumbling Cat, and we're suing Stumbling Cat who has no money, so we're going to take all your stuff, which is really scary. But if I set up the business properly and have a business bank account and only use that for business purchases, then everything will be fine. Okay, yeah, so that's the businessy side of things. Um, Now on the potiony side of things, uh, I did use, if you watched my last video where I talked about my programming, I did decide to use a base effect for dealing with the potions, and I'll show you a little bit of how that works. So I'm gonna go over to the code here. Boop. And here is an effect manager. Here's the base effect. Again, the base is just a class which I am defining, and then I can make subclasses of that, so things are of that type. So I have that's base potion. Here we go, base as an effect damage, so it is a effect type, and it overrides the functions in the effect. So that's cool. And with the effects, I also used an effect manager, so I could assign, well, actually I decided to use the effect manager to assign prefabs for the effects instead of just sprites, because this allows me to define sounds and other elements which might need to be on each individual effect. And so that's great. Obviously, this is another singleton, and that works. And then here's where I implemented the effects in the potion. I made, well, a list of effects and populated it. And I populated my first one, the effect of damage, the effect damage type, and I gave it for this one potion base damage. And this also means that I can give it any amount of base damage that I want to, and it can incorporate that into the damage effect. And so I can use the same effects for different damages depending on the potions. So you can have like strength 1, 2, and 3 explosive potions and change them that way. So that's cool. Okay. And then of course I'm using trigger, which is not right here what I'm looking for. When things explode, the effect damage, I actually grab what is the object that's starting the effect and the location. This is because when I'm working with those, I might want to have a single hit potion, so it just like coats the monster you throw it at, versus an AoE potion. And since all of these effects are going to be based on the base effect, and the base effect needs to have all the same elements in its formulas, it just is easier to throw them both in. Or at least that's what I've determined. And let me show you. Oh, wait. First, of course, it's really hard to kill things if they don't have hit points or stamina. So I added in this very basic stats. And I know I said I wasn't going to play with resistances, but I had determined while just thinking and not coding what my resistances were going to be. And I also threw in hit points, max hit points. I thought that was necessary just in case any of my creatures heal, or if my girl heals, that they don't heal over the amount of hit points that they're supposed to have. And base attack net events. Oh my god. Sorry, my cat's is licking my leg, and his tongue is really, really rough. Stop it! He's trying to lick his tail and missing. I also threw in these bowls for boss and monster. I'm not using them right now, but I figured it might be important for me to designate if it's a boss monster versus a normal monster versus my girl character, because she uses these same stats. And so now I'll show you where they're implemented in Unity. Alright, cat. You have too many claws. Be gone with you. Right. So here we have in Unity my blob, my purple blob, now has a stat script on it. You see, he has a fairly high base attack, 50, hit points and such, and then he has this monster behavior script, which I'll show you momentarily. And then my girl also has stats on her, as usual, and then I added, of course, the effect manager to my singletons game object of singletonness. I also have this particle system here, but that's just because I was playing with it, so don't mind the flames. So I'll go a little bit more into the code and issues that I ran into. One thing that's interesting about this is, since I was using this damage effect, which is of the base effect type and not a mono behavior, things act a little differently. And I was having difficulty figuring out how to destroy my game object. And I was getting errors because I was just trying to do instantiate and like just game object instantiate didn't work. And then I was using this translation, like interpret what's happening after this as a game object with just instantiate, and that was kind of working, but it was making it like a object within a object. And so when I was trying to destroy the effect object, so it blows up and then it disappears. I was having issues with that because it wasn't destroying it. But if I did effect object dot game object, it was. So it was clearly not treating it as the game object as it should be. It should just be a game object. And that's because I had to add in this game object dot instantiate and have this game object translation thing. Weird. So now let me show you my monster behavior. So I used a lot of the code that I was using from throwing potions to determine how this monster moves. He's a bouncy monster. And this monster behavior is probably going to be more general. I just put the code in here because I didn't feel like breaking it out to its own monster type yet. This monster is going to eventually be a prefab monster, and he is, so I can have multiple copies of them. This is just one monster that I'm playing with right now in the scene. And so I used how his behavior works is he looks for the character, finds her, figures out the best path to her, and makes a hop in that direction. And then lands and tries to find her again and makes a hop in that direction. So he just sort of bounces after you. It's very smooth, looks really nice. And then if you're dead, he just sort of bounces in place. It's like, ha, 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 I killed you. Sorry. His attack right now is it just if it enters on collision. I don't have a cooldown on his attack, so he insta attacks. You can have a different like on collision and versus on collision stay. So originally I was just having on the collision enter, and he would attack you once, but then you'd have to run away and he have to catch up to you again for it to count as a second attack. Using on collision stay keeps it as a constant attack, which is good, but I do need to implement a cooldown on his attack yet, which I haven't done. So he's supposed to be able to two-shot you, and right now he like two-shot you like instantly, so he's scary and kills you instantly. Run away from him. And now let me just show you how things are. So let's go back to Unity here. All right, here we go. Oh no, look, oh my god, he's following me. He's so scary. I'm gonna throw a potion at him. Ah! Oh, that's not the potion I want to grab. Anti-purple potion. And, oh no, 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 cooldown. I forgot about the cooldown. Alright, I'm gonna sprint. Ugh. So definitely having that cooldown and having the cast time makes it kind of scary. Yeah, he died. High five team. Cool. So now I'm gonna die to him. Just so you can see what that looks like. And I put in a death animation, as in you can tell when you're dead, but she just sits down. So if she's sitting down, she's dead. This is a very PG game right now. I'm gonna throw things at you. Oh no, I'm gonna try to mount. Oh, and I totally broke this. That's sad. Why is this not working? Sorry. Ow, cat. Okay, there you go. I died. He's jump up and down. I will have to bug fix. This is Calcifer. He likes to sit on my lap all the time, and he's very, very jealous that I'm recording this video instead of giving him attention right now. Anyway, so that's it. That's my current progress. Clearly, I have some things to work on. I definitely want to break out those monster behaviors, so I can have. I hope this is working again. My headphones just died. I want to have a base monster behavior and then monster prefabs. I want to make sure I fix whatever that death bug was. And just starting adding more potions, more gameplay. Right now it actually feels quite good, so I'm excited about that. I guess if I throw in some more stuff, I'll try to release a mini copy for people who want to play with it. Just give me feedback on the feel of the game. Okay. Well, I think that's it for today. I was trying to keep this short. I think I did that. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.